Schedule 3. Activities or transaction which shall be treated neither as a supply of goods nor a supply of services, that is no GST payable, negative list services. So here in this PPT we will discuss some of the negative list supply on which GST is not applicable. So first one is services by an employee to the employer in the course of or in relation to his employment. So any services provided by employee to employer in the course of or in relation to his employment, GST is not applicable. No GST on salary, but gift exceeding rupees 50,000 shall be taxable. So there are certain points that should be kept in mind. First one, services provided by casual workers, daily basis, who are employed by employer treated as a services provided by worker in course of employment, and thus no GST is applicable on this type of transaction also. Casual workers are employed by a contractor like a building contractor or a security service agency who deploys them for execution of contract or for provision of security services to a client respectively, are services in the course of employment, and thus here also GST is not applicable because it is under the terms of contract. Third one, compensation for premature termination treated as an amount paid in relation to services provided by employee to employer in the course of employment, and that is why this is also not treated or not liable to GST. Let us take one example to understand this point. Say for example Mr. A is a marketing head of X Limited. It is a car manufacturing company. As per the employment contract, salary of A is rupees 4 lakh per month. Besides, he gets commission, bonus, allowance. On October 20, X Limited transfer a new car to A as a Diwali gift. This gift is not covered by the employment agreement. Taxable value of the gift as per section 15 is rupees 20 lakh. Besides, X Limited provides tea, coffee, light snacks during tea breaks to all its employees in the office premises. Annual expenditure on this account is rupees 5 lakh. State whether GST is applicable on these different transactions. So in first case, any amount paid by employer to employee as per the terms of employment agreement is covered in negative list. So thus no GST shall be payable on such amount. Thus salary, commission, bonus, allowances paid by X Limited to A is not liable to GST. Then supply of car is not covered by employment agreement, and thus car transferred by X Limited to A without consideration is liable to GST, as value of supply is also greater than 50,000. And third one, provision of tea, coffee, snacks is during subject to GST, is not subject to GST. Why? Because it is usual to be given during the employment. So that is why this is not leviable to GST. So any services provided by employee to employer in the course or in relation to his employment, GST is not applicable. But on gift, GST is applicable if value of supply is exceeding rupees 50,000. Services by any court or tribunal established under any law for time being in force. So court include district court, high court and supreme court. So any services performed by these courts are not leviable to GST. Next one, the function performed by member of parliament, member of state legislature, member of panchayats, member of municipalities and member of other local authorities any functions performed by these MPs, MLAs, then they are not liable or liable to GST. Next one, the duties performed by any person who holds any post in pursuance of the provision of the Constitution in that capacity. That means if he is holding some position under the provision of that Constitution, then under that position, if he is performing some task, then it is not liable to GST. Say for example, President, Prime Minister, Chief Minister are doing some functions, then they are not liable to GST. The duties performed by any person as a chairperson or as a member or as a director in a body established by central government or a state government or local authority and who is not deemed as an employee before the commencement of this clause. यानी अगर वो एम्प्लॉय नहीं था और वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट या लोकल अथॉरिटी ने एस्टैब्लिश किया है बॉडी और उसमें वो टास्क परफॉर्म कर रहा है एज अ चेयरपर्सन, then also it is not liable to GST. Services of funeral, burial, crematorium or mortuary, including transportation of deceased, are not supplied, so it is also not liable to GST. Next one, sale of land and subject to clause B, paragraph 5, schedule 2, sale of building. So sale of land is not constituted as a supply, and in some cases sale of building is also not considered as a supply. When builder sells the building after getting the completion certificate, then it is not considered as a supply. Next point, actionable claims other than lottery, betting and gambling. Note, only lottery, betting and gambling are treated as a supply. Otherwise, all actionable claims are outside the ambit of definition of supply. Some other actionable claims are like right to recover insurance money, claims of arrears of rent, etc. So these are also actionable claims, but this is not treated as a supply and GST is not leviable on this. But on lottery, betting and gambling, they are also actionable claim, but GST is applicable. Let us take one example. XYZ Limited and NBFC transferred its bad loans means unsecured loans, to Vasuli Capital Limited. Does it qualify as a supply? So here answer is, even though actionable claims are covered in goods, but Schedule 3 specifically excludes actionable claims other than lottery, betting and gambling. So transfer of unsecured loans would not amount to supply. So in this case, it is not considered as a supply. So GST is not applicable to it. Activities or transaction notified by government, neither goods nor services. That means these are the activities which are specified by the government, that it is neither treated as a goods nor supply of services. First one, services by way of any activity in relation to a function entrusted to a panchayat under Article 243G or to a municipality under Article 243W of the Constitution for the said purpose. So any function entrusted to a panchayat under Article 243G or to municipality under Article 243W, then this is not considered as a supply and GST is not liable to it. So this is the first activity notified by the government. Second one, interstate movement of various modes of conveyance by or with distinct person under section 25 subsection 4. So in section 25 subsection 4, definition of distinct person is given, meaning of distinct person is given. So if any movement, interstate movement of modes of conveyance like trains, bus, trucks, tankers, trailers, vessels, containers, aircraft for A. carrying out goods or passenger or both, यानी अगर कोई ट्रेन, बस, ट्रक, टैंकर्स, ट्रेलर्स, वेसल, कंटेनर का यूज किया जाता है या एयरक्राफ्ट का यूज किया जाता है, किसके लिए? अगर एक गुड्स को या पैसेंजर को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे ले जाने के लिए, एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में ले जाने के लिए, या उसके रिपेयरिंग वर्क के लिए, repairs and maintenance, except where such movement is for further supply of same conveyance. So then अगर उसको रिपेयरिंग के लिए लिया जाता है दूसरे स्टेट में, तो देन इट इज नॉट कंसीडर एज ए सप्लाई. Thus above activity may not be treated as a supply and IGST is not payable on such supply. हाँ, बट अगर वो फर्दर सप्लाई के लिए दूसरे स्टेट में जाते हैं, जैसे ट्रेन आपने दूसरे स्टेट में या बस आपने दूसरे स्टेट में ले गए हैं क्योंकि उसको सप्लाई करना है, फर्दर सप्लाई करना है, तो जीएसटी लगेगा, आईजीएसटी लगेगा. बट सिर्फ वो पैसेंजर और गुड्स को एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में ले जा रहे हैं, तो वो ट्रेन का, बस का या ट्रक्स का या किसी चीज का वो सप्लाई नहीं हुआ है, तो उसका सप्लाई नहीं हुआ है तो उस पर जीएसटी नहीं लगेगा. हाँ, बट उसके रिपेयर पे, जो रिपेयरिंग वर्क हुआ है उस पे जो भी एप्लीकेबल सीजीएसटी, एसजीएसटी, आईजीएसटी या यूटीजीएसटी, वॉट एवर इज एप्लीकेबल, दैट मे बी चार्जेबल. सो however applicable CGST, SGST, IGST shall be leviable on repairs and maintenance done for such conveyance. Interstate movement of rigs, tools and spares and all goods on wheels like cranes. Point number 2, shall mutatis mutandis. Mutatis mutandis means whatever things apply to second point, that is same or with some alteration apply to third point, apply to interstate movements of rigs, tools and spares and all goods on wheels except where movement of such goods is for further supply of same goods. That means अगर आप सेम गुड्स का, टूल्स है, रिग्स है, स्पेयर है या दूसरे गुड्स है, दूसरे स्टेट में जाते हो और उसका पर्पस है उसको सप्लाई करना नहीं, बट उसको दूसरे स्टेट में ले जाना है फॉर सम वर्क, so then it is not considered as a supply and GST is not leviable to it. So it is also covered under the negative list. Thanks for watching my video. Do like and subscribe my YouTube channel.